Yo, it's Joe, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to The Legend of Vox Machina, Grog Unfiltered Therapist Reacts. What interests me about the idea of this is a therapist breaking down the character. Yeah, I believe her name is Georgia Doe or Dow. Well, check this out. Show her some support. Let's get into this, man. I like stuff like this.
There's Grog, a mighty giant. He's a simple-minded Hulk.
I agree with Scanlan that,
Oh,
Grog...
hey, yo, it's Keyleth. She came right out the page. That's crazy. She looks just like her. Pretty good cosplay. Not even bad, Georgia. I like it. I like it, Picasso.
That's right. Who's the best? Yeah!
He just says it, because he is the best.
You're damn right. I like you already, Georgia. You're going places.
He also doesn't always evaluate a situation on many different levels, which sometimes mean he's running towards a dragon that he probably should be running away from.
So, Georgia, if you're watching this, are you, like, part of the D&D community? Like, before the show came out, was this something you looked at, or are you like me, where you're coming into this kind of fresh, and this was the first thing that kind of got you into the scene?
There's something so nice when you know that someone's going to be direct with you, that whatever they think about you, they're going to say it. If they don't like you, they're going to say it directly to your face. We're so exhausted with everyone wearing all of these masks, pretending to be something that they're not. It's refreshing to have someone that is just who they are.
I don't even think that Grog cares to even think about that type of stuff either. Kind of got like that kind of free-spirited, almost sort of like an innocence to him, you know? And I don't want to say that his lack of intelligence adds to it, because I think that's just who he is. His lack of intelligence might add to his naivete or his innocence in a way, if that makes sense. I mean, he's brutal. We all know this. That's why I love him. He's just like just pure, like a pure person. She really described it perfectly by saying like he has no filter, he is just him, wears his heart on his sleeve, sort of thing. That's like what I admire about him the most. I admire that he's just, you know, goofy and he's himself, and like that kind of like innocence. And plus, I'm not the smartest guy out there, so I can relate to Grog in that way. Pretty sure a lot of people can.
They're not good about being deceptive, which can be refreshing, but sometimes they may share things that you were hoping that they would keep under wraps.
Grog, you're being gross.
And I think that Grog really would be that representation of our id, that primal part of us.
Absolutely.
Without all of the ego and the super ego, he lets how he feels out, even those parts that you should probably just leave on the inside.
Okay, because I was kind of curious as to like, what does she mean by stuff that you don't want somebody to say? Sometimes it's like, bro, like, come on, really? Really, dude? Like, now's not the time. Now's not the time for you to be saying these things. But it's like, you know, sometimes they just don't have that ability to read the room in a way. It's difficult to kind of tell whether it's like attention span or if it's an ability, if it's your inability to read the room, if it's both. But Grog definitely has some of that. I've been in instances to where I've said some stuff or I've just babbled on and been like, shouldn't have said that. I'm sure everybody has. Just like I've been in situations where somebody else said something and I'm like, shouldn't have said that. Probably not the best time to say something like that. But hey, I guess, you know, that's what makes us us. You know, we're not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know. Everybody's going to make mistakes. Nobody's going to like everybody. Nobody's going to get along with everybody. You know, that's just the way life is.
I have to do this alone, buddy.
Yeah, this part was sad.
What if I need you?
I love that scene. I love it because it shows how close of a friendship Pike and Grog really have, and I love how open Grog is about his feelings. And you know that he means every single word of that. We often forget that on the inside we're still kids, all of us, even as adults.
And that's what I'm saying about Grog is that innocence, like a childlike innocence sometimes, you know, where he just has this aura about him. You got this huge dude who's a barbarian, and he like punches people's heads off and stuff, and then he's talking about how he's gonna miss this, you know, his friend when they leave, and it's like him saying that he needs someone else. You know, you look at that, you look at somebody so physically imposing sometimes, and you're like, man, that guy, he just got to be able to do everything, or he's got to be able to hold a lot of things on his shoulders. But while that may be the case, 9 times out of 10, they have this pillar of support when they need it, and if you take that away, who knows what'll happen, you know. It's one of those things where it's like it can mess you up from like the inside out, sort of, you know. I'm sure everybody's like had like a support a pillar of support in their life when it comes to like any endeavor. You know, for anything you wanted to do, anything that was important for you, or just in life in general. Like you had this person, and imagine them being gone. You might be prepared. You might appear to be prepared for whatever life might bring you, but you got to be in touch with yourself to know what you need and when to ask for help, and who to depend upon. And Grog really did find his person in Pike.
Have this part that needs to feel validated and loved and cared about.
Absolutely, man. We're all humans. We're all humans. We all need, you know, that love, that human interaction, having people around you to support you. I don't care how big and bad you are. If you have that, it's going to make things better. Not to say that a lot of people might need that. They might say they don't, or they might say, I'm good by myself. But you can't say that things wouldn't be easier without people who love you to be around you and to help you. Even if it's just their presence that's helping you, you know? Even just knowing that they're there and you can like call on them or you can talk to them.
We carry those that are close within ourselves, and we know what they're going to say even though they're not there. But it can be really hard in those times when we really want to hear someone. For Grog, he doesn't feel that same closeness because his inner voice is mostly him, and he hasn't internalized Pike's voice yet. And even though Grog is this big, tough guy, and Pike is tiny and sweet, he sees her strength. When you really care about something, that's the magic, is that you see the beauty in them. To Grog, Pike is larger than life, and who you embody has nothing to do with your size and your looks. He's so much more than just comic relief. He represents that part of ourselves without all of those masks. He can just be who he is. All of us kind of need to have a little bit more Grog within us to be able to be whoever we want to be and not worry about being judged by everyone around us.
All right, y'all. That's your icon, right? That's another video on Percy. I gotta watch that. This might be another one of those people that I watch regularly. I'm gonna have to hit her with a sub now. That just earned a sub because I love stuff like this. I love like psychology and stuff like that. I'm not like book smart, but I just always love to like kind of like learn about like how people think and, you know, how their mind works and stuff. Georgia really broke that down beautifully. I'm always into like talking to different people, getting different perspectives, seeing how their head works. Even if I disagree with them, there might be a subject that I feel like I have this opinion on. Talking to someone else might not necessarily change that opinion, but it can like give you a different perspective. And I think that perspective is super important with damn near everything. Because if you only know what you know, and you're around a bunch of people that say the same thing that you already think, you're not going to grow as a person. It's good to get to put yourself in other people's shoes and get to know where they're coming from. That helps build empathy. That helps just to build a better understanding of stuff. That's how I personally think about it, and that's how I like to live my life. Like, when I meet different people, if I talk to them, or if like a subject comes up, unless they're being like super aggressive or super like nasty about whatever they're talking about, then I'll kind of remove myself from that situation. But other than that, I like stuff like this, so I will definitely be looking at this. Good job, Georgia. I think that she hit the nail on the head with a lot of things here. I really enjoyed this. What did you guys think about her video? Let her know if you want to comment here too, but also give her some comments. Give the video a like, all that good stuff that she did. And if you want to see more like this, like reactions like this from different sort of creators that I haven't seen, link me to them and I'll check them out. Do all the good things. You know what I'm talking about. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.